Well, with SNAP funds frozen for Nebraska families, a federal judge in Boston is signaling she may order the Trump administration to tap into emergency funds to cover November's benefits. Democratic attorneys general from 25 states sued the U.S. Department of Agriculture earlier this week, arguing the agency is violating federal law by suspending payments. The White House does not want to use the $5.3 billion, saying it's needed for emergency responses. The judge said it's hard to call this anything but an emergency. Nebraska has more than 150,000 people who use SNAP. And with SNAP funds running dry, the state of Iowa providing more support for its food banks. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is ordering Health and Human Services to use existing state funds to match cash donations to all regional food banks up to $1 million. Reynolds is ordering the National Guard to prepare for state active duty. They would help distribute food as it did during the pandemic. Reynolds is also deploying volunteers from the state to support food assistance. And many people who rely on SNAP benefits trying to figure out how to put food on their table. First Alert 6, John Chapman tells us there are also people who depend on those SNAP customers to keep their doors open.
Danny's Corner Store has been on the corner of 33rd and California for years. Danny tells us a lot of his customers cash out with EBT cards or SNAP benefits.
There's a lot of people depend on that thing month to month, you know.
Moving to the first of the month, this store usually has people from the neighborhood shopping for milk, bread, and other staples. The empty shelves in the store cause for concern.
I'm not like a big corporate, I'm independent, small business owner, but of course I'm worried about it.
Danny is worried. Supplies in his store are running low, but the uncertainty of the situation with the government shutdown makes him cautious to put in his usual order to restock.
We used to sell a lot of milk, bread, and grain, all kind of stuff on food stamp. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I didn't even order that much this week, to be honest with you. Usually at the beginning of the month, my grocery supplies is a lot. But right now, it's kind of, you know, I'm afraid to bring them. I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest with you.
Many in the working class neighborhood of Gifford Park count on Danny's Corner Store. Now Danny and his customers are counting on federal lawmakers to keep the SNAP program going, so customers can provide food for their families and Danny can keep his doors open.
With Washington, they agree on this thing and solve this problem right away. But the lady, she just told me yesterday, she don't even know where her meal come from her kids the next couple of days. It hurts, you know. I'm a father too. It hurts.
In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Okay, if you have leftover funds on EBT cards from previous months, that money will roll over. Right now, there are no plans to issue new SNAP benefits.